Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, Popular Monster. Today what we're going to be doing is taking a look at the Shadowlands beta, and we're going to be looking at the Alliance customization options. Now, I did my Horde video yesterday, and I'm going to play the game a little bit today, just to get a couple of the characters unlocked here, like the Demon Hunter and the Death Knights. You need to have a level 10 currently, so I'll go ahead and work on that. That way I can upload a new video that has everybody. So, that being said, let's jump into it, taking a look at the female human priests first. Let's move the bug reporter out of the way here just a little bit. Okay. So, starting off, we have 15 different face options. Let me zoom in just a little bit more. Now, I did say in the Horde video that I love how Blizzard is really going forward with the customization, and it's like they really understand how important it is that we want our characters to either look as close to us as possible or as far away from us as possible, which is really cool. You have 16 different skin options here for the skin color, and let's take a look. Wow, 33 different options for the female human hairstyles. That's a lot. So let's take a look here. I believe that these first ones here are all of the usual hairstyles that are in the game now. Now, I will admit I haven't really played live for a while, so if there are any that I do not recognize immediately as brand new and you do, I apologize if I do not call them out or get excited over them right away. But I'm going to go with this hairstyle, the ox horns. We have a whole bunch of different color options. Looks like there are 13 different hair colors. And I'm trying to go through each and every one of them so all of you can just get a quick glance. Eye colors. Okay, let's zoom in here. We have 24 different eye colors for the humans. You have purple, you have orange, you have yellow. Looks like gray, like a green, turquoisey green. Lots of different options. Very cool. And it looks like you're also given the option to have an eye that is gray, or you can have both of your eyes be gray. Now, I play a Demon Hunter, so I'm going to go ahead and pick the gray options. And it looks like you have a bunch of different makeup options as well, which is very cool. And you could also change the face shape. You can do angular, round, or you can do like a heart-shaped face. So clicking on this second screen here, we do have the first option being the piercings that you would like. So it looks like these are going to be on the ear, but there could also be some on the nose as well. So let's just go through these and see. Yep, there they are on the nose. I apologize if I'm moving around and zooming in and out. I just want to make sure you guys get the best possible view of these. So I want to make sure that you can see what is going on here. Looks like there's a whole bunch of different really cool piercings, and you also get necklace options as well. Looks like they have choker necklaces, regular pendant necklaces, and lockets with different colors on them, like jade and ruby. Okay, I think that's it for the females. Let's look at the male humans. And at the end of the video, I will just go through all of the classes very quickly, just so you could see what is going on when you first jump in and see their animations for the first time. So looking at the male humans, they have 36 different facial styles that you could pick from. Whoops, got off track a little bit there. I could be wrong, but I believe this is the most that I've seen, at least so far. And I do love these scars here. They actually look very cool. I'm gonna go ahead and pick one of these scar faces for the sake of the video. I'm just picking what I think looks cool. So you have 16 different options there for the skin color. And for the hairstyles, they have 26 options. You can be bald, you can have long braids, you can have dashing hair, loose hair, scholar hair. This always reminds me of Scarlet Monastery, which is just funny to me. Every time I see someone running around with that hairstyle, I'm just like, what are you doing? Oh, it looks like the bangs is a new option. It looks like it's like an ombre style for the bangs. Very cool. They've added in wizard hair, it looks like. I actually very much like the prince hair. It's very cool. I like how they do dark at the roots there. It gives it its own like flair. You can have curls, cornrows, dreadlocks. We're gonna go with the prince hair, just because I like it. And the different hair colors as well. I really like how they have the dark roots, like going out into the lighter color. I'm gonna go with this like Death Knight blue looking color here. You have different options for your mustache: handlebar mustache, a Tuskar mustache, a professor mustache, horseshoe mustache. Different beard options as well. This is very cool. I love how Blizzard is really going so in depth with these options. Makes me warm and fuzzy inside. Okay, let's take a look at the eyebrows you've got. I picked a hairstyle that covers one of the eyebrows. I apologize. It's just who I am. I'm gonna pick the wild eyebrows to make up for it though, so it's okay. You can have angular, boxy, or round face shape for the male humans, and I accidentally skipped over the eye color, so let's go back and do that real quick. Purple, you can have orange, yellow, gray, green, light blue, dark blue. And of course you can have the option to have 2 gray eyes. You can have an eye that's gray, an eye that's purple, an eye that's gray and white. Very cool options. Okay, let's do the dwarves. We're going to do the dwarf hunter. Let's see what we've got going on here. They have 3 different option menus. So taking a look at the dwarf faces. I've never really played the Alliance. I've only played it one time years and years ago, and it just was not something I enjoy doing. I respect Alliance players, but it's just not for me. So this is probably the only time I'll ever see these options. We have 22 different hairstyles here for the little dwarf guys. Let's turn this over a little bit so you can see. I gotta go with the Berserker Mohawk here. That's just me. Oh, missed hair color. Definitely a lot of cool hair color options. You could make Santa Claus if you'd like. If I made a dwarf, I'd probably make Santa Claus. Let's see what we've got for the beard. Let me pick a lighter hair color here so you can see the beards a little bit better. And zoom out a little as well. They're very big on having braids and hair ties and accessories, which I gotta say, it does look cool. Definitely a little bit jealous. Whole bunch of different mustache options as well. You could have very long mustaches, fancy mustache, a tied mustache. And let's take a look at the eye color here. I think the eye colors are for the most part spot on. It looks like these are the only characters I've seen so far that don't have the option to have like a gray or white eye. It looks like their eyes are just one color, both eyes are that one color, and that's it, which is interesting to me. Okay, let's go to the next screen here. Take a look at the different earring options that we have here for the dwarves. You can have feathers, you can have plumes. I'm going to put the plume behind his ear. And then you get nose ring options as well. You can have 2 nose rings, you can have the septum piercing in the middle there. And then you get tattoo options. I will make it a brighter color. Oh, it looks like you get blue, red, green, or gray. I'm going to switch it to blue, and then I'm just going to go over the tattoo options again, because I feel like it was a little hard to see with that lighter color here. Alright, so that concludes the male dwarves. Let's jump into the females and see what's going on with them. First thing I'm going to change is the hairstyle, just because I want the hair out of her way, so let's go through the hairstyle first really quick. A bunch of really cool options. I feel like this is going to be for a lot of people that are coming into this game for the first time, that don't know, you know, how to make a character, or they don't know what they want their character to be. It's going to take them quite a while to make their characters. It always reminds me of when I played Skyrim for the first time. Oops. It did take me a very long time to make my character. I played a Khajiit, and it took me like 25 minutes to create that character, and then for a few days, every single time I would log in, I didn't like how he looked, and I would remake him. So I spent quite a lot of time in the Skyrim editor making a character to then just delete a few days later. So now we're looking at the eye colors quick. We just went through the hair, hairstyle, the skin color, and the face for the female dwarves. And now let's look at the earrings quick. You can have no earrings, you can have hoops, you can choose to only have earrings on the left or right side of your character. You can have mixed earrings, you can have feathers or wings, or a plume as well. Looks like that changed the hairstyle, so I actually like that. So let's go ahead with this. And then of course you can choose if you'd like any piercings on your eyebrows, in your septum, or on your nostrils. And the tattoos are probably going to be the same. I believe the wild is a different one. I didn't see that on the males, but I could have just missed it. And if that's the case, I apologize. So there's a female dwarf, so let's go ahead into the night elf druids. Start with the female night elves. Oops. I apologize if I'm zooming in and out a lot and moving the characters around a lot. I just want to make sure you guys get the best view here. And if I'm looking and I feel like that's not the right angle, I will go ahead and try to move them quick so you can get a better option. Better view. Like I just did. I will get better with that. So it looks like there's 12 different skin options. You have like dark gray, you could be pink, you could be light pink. You could be like this whitish gray color. I'm going to go with that one. There's a whole bunch of different hair options as well. Let me move this over. Ooh, I do like that short hair. That looks very cute. I don't know if that's in the game or not. I click all the wrong things. You can have a pixie cut. You can have sassy tails, sassy buns. You can have looped hair, gathered hair. Let's go with the top knot. I do like she's got like the little flowers around her as well. And then for the hair colors, let me zoom in again. You've got green, you've got all the typical night elf colors, the blues, the purples. It looks like they've added, what is this, like orange? Like a rusty orange, black, and purple. You can change the eyebrows to make them wild, lifted, long, or short. And you could choose scars as well. It might be a little bit hard to see, but it looks like they are on mostly the right side of her face here. Let me go through that again so maybe you guys could see it a little bit better here. So I'm going to go with no scars just for now. And there are different eye colors. Blues, you can give them one eye that is yellow, one eye that is blue, one eye that's, it looks like instead of grayed out, it's just one color. It looks like there's even red here as well, which is interesting. So let's head on over to the markings. These are the markings that are on the characters' faces. I always go with this one. It's like a butterfly looking one to me. And lots of different colors for the markings as well. For the ears, you could choose thin ears, thick, feral, short, or rough ears. We'll just stick with the rough ears for now. I think it looks fine. And of course, you have different earring options. If you want rings, if you want blades, if you don't want any earrings. And you can choose a nose ring as well, or a nose stud, if that's what you would like. Oops, I'm in the wrong menu. There we go. And the headdress, you can have a circlet, which looks like a moon with a chain around it, a vine, which has leaves coming off of it, or none. I'm going to pick the circlet. And then you can choose necklaces. No necklace, chain, a choker, or another vine. I picked a druid for this, so I'm just going to give her all kinds of leaves and such. And you can have vines go around the top of their head as well. It's a cool little thing. And you can change the color of the vines. Let's zoom in on that. That is very cool. Very much appreciate what Blizzard's done with these. Okay, let's switch over to the male. Stay with the druids for now, since I always associate the night elves with druids, since that's what I see the most. Zoom in here on the facial options for the male blood. The male night elves here. Every time I remember seeing a night elf, it has always been a druid. Especially when I started playing this game. It was just, I thought night elves could only be druids because that was how many of them I saw. But I don't blame the night elves for being druids. They are very cool looking in cat form and bear form, especially now with all the different changes that they've made. I very much enjoy them. They are very cool to look at. Mustache options for the male night elves. And lots of beard options as well. I'm surprised they don't really have as many. Oh, there are the vines. I was going to say, where are the vines and the braids and such for the beards? But shove some vines in there. It's fine. Perfect. Looks like you can give them a blindfold as well. I don't know if that's a new option. I'm used to playing a demon hunter, a blood elf demon hunter. So for me, I don't know if all night elves are able to do that or if that's a new thing. But I can appreciate it. Different eyebrow options here. Different ear options. Feral, thin, thick, short, rough. Looks like the same scar options that were on the female as well. It's a little hard to see because I decorated him in vines and blindfolds. And the eye color. Alright, let me take the blindfold off here. So you could actually see the eye colors. And I will go back to the scars really quick just so you guys can see that too. Okay. Again, you have the option for the vines on the top of the head, and you can change the color of the vines as well. And that changes the color of all of the vines that looks like it's on your character. Let me go back to the tattoos. There are shadow tattoos, moon tattoos, ancient tattoos, wild tattoos, and owl tattoos. The owl tattoo looks very cool. I don't see an option here to change the color though, which is interesting to me. All the other tattoo options we had, at least for the horde side, you could change the color. So I do find that interesting that for them it's just one solid color. Alright, so let's head over to the gnomes here. Let's do gnome rogues. And again, I will go over, I'll click on all of these classes at the end for everybody to see really quick. So let's do the male gnome rogues very quickly. Lots of different facial options. 18 different hairstyles. I've noticed that everyone in this game could be bald with these hair options going forward, which is a cool thing. I believe it was only certain certain races rather, that could be bald. So now it seems like everybody, if they choose to not want hair, they can not have hair, which is really cool. I'm also digging the vibrant hair colors on everybody. I very much like that. I've always made my characters in video games look as obnoxious as humanly possible. Okay, here are the beards and the mustache options here. I'm going to give him the big Santa Claus mustache to go with his Santa Claus beard. And big Santa Claus eyebrows too. Where are the Santa Claus eyebrows? We'll just go with those for now. Again, it looks like the eye color cannot be changed to one color is like gray and one color is a different color, so that's interesting. Oh, and it looks like that's all for them. There's usually another screen. Okay. Let's check out the female gnomes. Every facial expression just looks so much different than the one before it, and that's really an amazing, perfect thing. I'm gonna go with this one. It looks like her makeup is all smudged. And she's been up all night ganking people. So the different hair colors that we have, or hairstyles, I'm sorry. I'm gonna go with this crazy looking one. And we have the different eye colors here. And earrings. Oops, I always do this. I pick a hairstyle that you cannot see the next option. I apologize. That is so like me. I do that while I'm creating my own characters too, and I just sit there going, why can't I see? It's because I picked a ridiculous hairstyle. Okay, so it looks like you even get earring colors as well when there's these cool little daggers, which they're crystals actually, that I picked for my character there. So that is the female gnomes. Let's hop on over to the Draenei and we'll change this to Paladin. Alright. So the different facial expressions. You've got 10 different facial expressions here for the Draenei. I always go with this one whenever I do make a Draenei. So I'm going to stick with what I know. Oh, some of these are very bright. Very cool looking skin colors. You've got 24 hairstyles here. Again, you can choose to be bald. I'm going to go with the short hairstyle here. And different hair colors we've got going on here. You have 11 different styles for your horns. I'm going to go with the Illidan horns here. Well, they're not really Illidan horns, but we'll go with those. You can choose if you want your tentacles on your head to be thin or thick. We're going to go with thin. And you get to choose your jewelry color, which customizes the color of the rings that are hanging from the tendrils, which is a cool little option. And then the last option here is the tail. A short tail, an ornate tail, medium, medium ornate, long, or long ornate. It looks like the only difference between the ornate and the actual long, short, or medium is just the gem that gets added to the bottom here. There's like 2 little chains and a gem that gets added to your tail. Very cool. Let's check out the males. So right off the bat, you've got 10 facial options here for the male Draenei. Looks like they have scars on them as well, which is a cool little feature. Going through the skin colors here. Lots of purples, blues, very Draenei colors, of course. Let's check out the hairstyles here. I'm just going to click on this because I don't think I've seen those. It's a Blood Elf hairstyle. Okay. We'll keep the Blood Elf hairstyle. Just remind me of home a little bit. Of course, you've got different hair colors as well. And you could choose your facial hair. You can have a handlebar mustache, you could have a ducktail, you could have a goatee, a braid, a beard, a chin curtain. Let's go with the chin curtain. Perfect. And then you could choose a circlet. It's just a yes or no option. So we'll go with it. And then again, you have options for your tendrils. If you'd like 2, if you'd like them fanned, if you'd like paired, or you could choose none. But it wouldn't be a Draenei if we picked none. So we'll go with double. And again, you can choose the jewelry, and if you change the jewelry, it changes the colors of the pendant that you chose to be on your head as well. And then for the tail options, you just have short or long. Let's check out the Worgen. Let's do Worgen Warlock. We have 7 options. We're in Worgen mode first. And you can change your fur color. It's a blacks, whites. I'm going to go with this kind of all-3 color with the red eyes. And you have your different hairstyles as well. Eye colors. There's 30 different eye combinations that you can have for your Worgen, which is very awesome. You can have eyes that are glowing. You can have eyes that are completely different colors, not even just one eye being like gray. You can have a green eye and a blue eye. You can have a blue eye and a brown eye. We're going to go with that. You could choose the style of your ears. I'm going to go with that. And that is the Worgen form that we've chosen, so let's go through the male human options of the Worgen really quick. It's probably the same as it was for the regular human, but we'll humor it. Let's just take a look quick and see what we've got. Onto the skin color options. Now I could be wrong, but I believe they said that it wouldn't change your appearance. Like how you look as a human as opposed to how you look as a Worgen. It was set in stone. Like one customization option as a Worgen would make you have a certain customization option as a human. So I'm not sure if it's going to stay that way or if it's going to be like you can change the Worgen and the human and they stay that way. Nothing changes if you customize the other side of your character. Take a look at the eyebrow options here. This is very detailed. This is very in-depth. I mean, there's probably other games out there that have more customization options, but for World of Warcraft, this is a lot of different stuff that you can choose from, which is very exciting. This is very, very cool. Let's go back and let's do the female Worgen really quick. And then we just have the Pandaren. I did do the Pandaren in my Horde video, but I will cover it again here, just since it's easier for you guys. I love the female customization options for the Worgen. They look very cool. I love how these two options here kind of give you like a yellowy glow underneath the eyes there. That looks very cool. Those are the face options that are doing that. Different hair color options. These are the hairstyles. Again, you have different options for the ears as well. If you want them tall, wide, cropped. Take a look at the eye color. I'm digging the glowy eyes. They're really, really cool. Definitely what I would pick if I was to go through this and do it myself. And now let's look at the human, the female human for the Worgens. Again, I think it will just be all the same customizations that we saw in the regular humans, but I will go through it anyway since we are on that screen, just in case there are any differences and anyone wants to see that. How's this one? I'm gonna go with that skin. Here are the different hairstyles, and they're kind of clipping through. Some of them are clipping through the cloak she's wearing here. I'm gonna go with the ox horns. I think that's what I picked for the regular humans as well. The different hair color options here. I'm gonna go with this dark purpley blue color. And here we have the eye options. And you do have the option here to have a gray eye or a blind eye if that's what you'd like your character to have. And we have different makeup options here as well. Emerald, lavender, candy, smoky, silk, and charcoal. Again, you have the face shapes, angular, round, or heart. And you have the options for your piercings here as well, including your nose, your eyebrows. Let me move over a little. And different necklace options. Okay, so that's it for the Worgen. Let's jump into the Pandaren real quick. With the different facial options that we have here. Oh, I got disconnected. Alright, one moment. Let me just restart this here. Technical difficulties. There we go. Okay, sorry about that. Alright, let's go back over to the Pandaren. Customization here. Move the bug reporter out of the way. Okay, I apologize about that. Blizzard just kicking me off because I'm not doing anything. Sitting on the character screen. I get it. Totally get it. So these are the different skin options that we have. I'm just going to kind of go through them a little bit quicker here so it doesn't kick me off again. And here are the hair options that we have. In the other video I said this one reminded me of the Fire Nation a little bit. So that's the one we're going to go with. The hair color changes the streak that you have in your hair. So these are the different streak options that we have. The eye colors. You can have your characters have gray eyes. That's what I'm going to do. Next is the earrings option. And then you have the option of a nub or a long tail. And let's head into the male Pandaren as our final, for now, our final customization. Okay, so the different skin colors. And then we have the different hairstyles here. Let's take a look at the beards. You have 20 beard options here. Let's go with that. The temple cord. Different mustache options. You have 7 of them. You choose if you want no eyebrows, medium, thick, thin, or bushy eyebrows. And then we have the eye color. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at just the cool graphics that pop up when you do one of these characters. I do see like the Void Elves and such. I will cover both of these in another video. I just wanted to do one for the Horde and one for the Alliance, like the main races first. So let's go ahead and do the human, let's do a human paladin. Okay, and then let's do, I guess, a dwarf hunter. Fires off the trap, shoots the gun. Very cool. Do night elf, druid. And you see them cast tranquility and then turn back into a cat and then shapeshift back out. Very cool. Let's do gnome mage. Casting, it looks like a frostbolt and then some sort of fire animation. Very cool looking. Some Draenei priest, casting a heal, and then levitating. For the Worgens, let's do warlocks. And they summon an army of imps. Very awesome. Now let's do the others that we missed. The shaman. They summon their totems, they summon their lightning shield, they are ready to go. Let's do... Did we do rogue? Let's do rogue. So that's very cool as well. I will just show you guys the demon hunter very quick. And I will go into more in depth of this at another time. Here's the Death Knight. Alright.